Hi friends, I welcome you all in this exciting training session being conducted by TNV Academy. Let me explain to you what we will be covering in this session. In today's session, we will be covering the clause 4, Context of the Organization. The clause comes under the plan part of the Plan, Do, Check, Act PDCA cycle or process approach. This clause focuses the organization on defining what it is and does and on what can affect its ability to manage its occupational health and safety responsibilities to achieve the intended results of occupational health and safety management system. The desired outcomes include improving the organization's health and safety performance, meeting its compliance obligations or legal requirements, achieving its occupational health and safety objectives. The main clause 4 has 4 subclasses, namely 4.1, Understanding the organization and its context, 4.2, Understanding the needs and expectations of workers and other interested parties, 4.3, Determining the scope of the occupational health and safety management system, and 4.4, Occupational health and safety management system. In this session, we will limit our discussion to clauses 4.1 and 4.2 only. Now let us understand about the internal references taken by clause 4.1 and 4.2. As far as these clauses are concerned, they do not take any reference from other clauses of the standard. Also, Annexure A defines the list of terms and definitions and their meaning used within the standard under several clauses, so there is no misinterpretation on any of these terms while implementing the standard ISO 45001-2018. Now let me tell you what are the key learnings and takeaways from this session. At the end of this chapter, you will be able to understand what are the external and internal issues pertaining to occupational health and safety management system, how to determine the needs and expectations of workers and other interested parties. So let's begin our discussion regarding the subclass 4.1, Understanding the Organization and its Context. The organization must understand the internal and external issues that can impact in a positive or negative manner on its occupational health and safety performance, including organizational structure, hierarchy, and the external environment, including cultural, social, political, legal, financial, technological, economic, market forces, and natural factors of significance to its performance. The organization will be required to identify all relevant internal and external issues, including conditions, characteristics, or changing circumstances that can affect its occupational health and safety management system, and then addresses those that require further attention. External issues include the following: the cultural, social, political, legal, financial, technological, and economic conditions in which the company operates, whether at international, national, regional, or local level. The legislative framework in which organization operates, including statutory, regulatory, and other forms of legal requirements, competition and market conditions, relationship with contractors, suppliers, and other interested parties. Internal issues include the size and complexity of the organization and the nature of the activities carried out by them, the strategic direction of the organization, its policies and objectives, organizational governance and structure, hierarchy, roles and responsibilities, the capability and capacity of the organization in terms of resources, knowledge and competence, information systems, information flows, and decision-making process and timelines. Organizational style and the health and safety culture of the organization, the form and extent of contractual relationship, outsourced activities, etc. Outsourced activities, working time arrangements, and working conditions. An understanding of the organization and its context can be achieved at a strategic level by using the techniques such as strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat analysis, or otherwise called SWOT analysis, and political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental analysis, or otherwise called PESTLE analysis. The formal process or documented information is not required in order to satisfy the requirements of this subclass. It is left to the organization to adopt the approach best suited to its conditions. However, this process should guide its efforts to plan, implement, maintain, and continually improve its occupational health and safety management system. It is recommended that the organization documents and periodically reviews and updates this information as necessary. The results can be used to assist the organization in setting the scope of its occupational health and safety management system, determining the risks and opportunities that need to be addressed, developing or enhancing its occupational health and safety policy, establishing its occupational health and safety objectives, fulfilling its compliance obligations or legal requirements. Now let us discuss the clause 4.2 needs and expectations of workers and other interested parties. ISO 45001 defines interested party or a stakeholder as a person or organization that can affect, be affected by, or perceive itself to be affected by a decision or activity. ISO 45001 requires the organization to determine the other interested parties in addition to workers that are relevant to the occupational health and safety management system. The relevant needs and expectations are requirements of workers and other interested parties. Which of these needs and expectations are or could become legal and other requirements? Interested parties, in addition to workers, can include legal and regulatory authorities such as the Inspectorate of Factories, Labor Department, Pollution Control Board, etc., etc., owners, stakeholders, parent company, suppliers, contractors and service providers, workers' representatives such as safety representative, health and safety committee, team members, trade unions, and employee organizations, visitors, local community, and neighbors of the organization, the general public, medical and emergency services, the media, non-governmental organizations like NGOs, occupational health and safety care professionals. Some needs and expectations are mandatory because they have been incorporated into the laws and regulations. Employees, workers, without doubt, constitute the organization's most significant interested party, whose needs and expectations must be identified and addressed. The organization should seek out their views on health and safety concerns regarding work activities, products, and services. The Health and Safety Committee is an excellent forum for the gathering and evaluation of workers' concerns. The organization should take the time to understand the relevant interested parties' needs and expectations and determine the ones that are relevant to the OHS management system and should be addressed. So now we will learn about the mandatory documents that an organization has to maintain while meeting the requirements of clause 4.1 and 4.2. There is no mandatory documentary requirement for clause 4.1 and 4.2. However, it is recommended that the organization documents and periodically reviews and updates the information as necessary regarding the interested party needs and expectations as well as the internal-external context. Dear friends, we have now come to the conclusion of the training session. I hope that you all must have understood the requirements and concepts that fall under clause 4.1 and 4.2 of ISO 45001-2018. See you soon with an exciting new topic. Till then, it's me signing off. Goodbye and thank you.